There comes a moment when you stop asking life to be easier and start asking yourself to become stronger. Most people want success, but they don't end at posts. Want the mornings that come before sunrise. They want greatness, but they don't end at posts. Want the lonely hours when nobody is watching. They want to stand on the podium, but they don't end up posts. Want the countless days of failure that lead there. The truth is simple. Your future is built by what you choose to do today. Every day gives you two options. You can make excuses or you can make progress. You can complain about the competition or you can become someone the competition fears. Nobody is coming to hand you your dreams. You have to earn them. Discipline is the foundation that separates people who dream from people who achieve. Motivation comes and goes. Some mornings you wake up feeling unstoppable, and other mornings even the smallest task feels impossible. If your success depends on how you feel, your progress will always be inconsistent. Feelings change with circumstances, but discipline stays the same regardless of mood, weather, or obstacles. It creates a standard that doesn't, and APOs, negotiate with comfort or excuses. The moment you decide to act because itandapos, your responsibility, instead of because you andapos, re-inspired, you begin building a version of yourself that can be trusted. Every meaningful goal requires repeated actions that are often boring, uncomfortable, and unseen. The work that changes your life is rarely exciting every single day. Itandapos showing up when nobody is watching, practicing when there is no applause, studying when others are distracted, and improving when there is no immediate reward. These moments shape your character far more than the victories everyone celebrates. The strongest habits are built in silence, one decision at a time, until excellence becomes automatic instead of occasional. Discipline also gives you control over your mind. Instead of asking whether you feel ready, you simply begin. Instead of waiting for perfect conditions, you make progress with what you have. Every time you choose action over excuses, you strengthen your confidence because confidence is earned through keeping promises to yourself. The more often you honor those promises, the harder it becomes to accept anything less than your best effort. There will always be distractions competing for your attention and reasons to delay your goals until tomorrow. Discipline teaches you to protect your time, focus on what matters, and stay committed long after excitement fades. It reminds you that every small choice carries weight, and every consistent action moves you closer to the person you are determined to become. Success is not created by rare moments of extraordinary effort, but by ordinary actions repeated with relentless commitment, day after day, regardless of how you feel. Failure is one of the greatest teachers you will ever encounter, but only if you are willing to learn from it instead of running away from it. Most people see failure as proof that they are not good enough, while the strongest individuals see it as information. Every mistake reveals a weakness that can be improved. Every setback exposes an area that needs more attention. And every loss points toward a better way forward. The difference is never the failure itself. It is the response that follows. Those who grow refuse to let disappointment define their identity. They allow it to refine their abilities instead. The fear of failing keeps countless people from chasing their biggest goals. They wait until they feel completely prepared, hoping to avoid mistakes, but perfection has never been the starting point of greatness. Progress is built through trial, correction, and persistence. Every successful person has experienced moments when things fell apart, plans collapsed, and confidence was tested. What separated them from everyone else was their willingness to keep moving while others decided to stop. Speak. They understood that failure is temporary, but quitting has permanent consequences. Every challenge gives you an opportunity to become stronger mentally and emotionally. Difficult moments force you to think differently, adapt faster, and develop resilience that cannot be gained through easy victories. Comfort rarely teaches valuable lessons because it demands very little from you. Adversity, however, requires courage, patience, and determination. It pushes you beyond the limits you once believed were impossible to overcome and reveals strengths you never knew existed. Instead of asking why something went wrong, ask what it can teach you. Instead of blaming circumstances, take responsibility for finding the next solution. Every setback contains knowledge that can make your next attempt smarter, stronger, and more effective. The lessons hidden inside failure are often more valuable than the rewards that come with immediate success because they shape your character, sharpen your discipline, strengthen your mindset, and prepare you for challenges that would have defeated the version of you who never experienced adversity. Hard work is the one advantage that is available to everyone. Regardless of talent, background, or circumstances, you may not control where you start, but you always control the effort you bring every single day. While others search for shortcuts, look for opportunities to improve. While others wait for the perfect moment, begin with what you have. The people who consistently outwork everyone around them understand that success is earned through preparation long before the results become visible. Every extra hour you invest in your craft becomes an investment in your future. The work you do when no one is watching carries more value than the work you do for recognition. Real growth happens in quiet moments, when there are no cameras, no applause, and no audience to impress. Build skills, confidence, and resilience that cannot be developed overnight. The difference between being good and becoming exceptional is often found in the willingness to do more than what is expected. There will always be people with natural ability, but talent without discipline eventually reaches its limit. Consistent effort continues to grow long after talent stops improving. Every repetition sharpens your abilities, every challenge strengthens your mindset, and every obstacle teaches you how to adapt. The person who refuses to stop learning and refuses to stop working eventually becomes difficult to compete with because their progress never stands still. Outworking everyone does not mean exhausting yourself without purpose. It means giving complete focus to the things that move you forward while eliminating distractions that waste your energy. It means choosing preparation over procrastination, learning over comfort, and consistency over occasional bursts of motivation. Every day is another chance to become stronger than you were yesterday. And every decision either moves you closer to your goals or farther away from them. When others decide they have done enough, look for one more opportunity to improve. Read one more page, practice one more repetition, solve one more problem, and spend one more hour mastering your craft. The commitment to keep going after everyone else has stopped is what separates those who dream about greatness from those who build it through relentless effort and unwavering dedication. Your greatest battles are rarely against other people. They happen inside your own mind, where doubt, fear, and uncertainty constantly compete with confidence, courage, and determination. Every challenge begins long before you take action because your thoughts shape the decisions you make. If you allow fear to control your thinking, you will hesitate when opportunities appear. If you train your mind to remain focused under pressure, you will continue moving forward even when the situation becomes difficult. Speak. Strength is not only measured by physical ability, but by the discipline to stay calm when everything around you feels chaotic. Pressure is something that everyone experiences, but not everyone responds to it in the same way. Some people allow it to overwhelm them, while others use it as fuel to perform at their highest level. The difference is found in preparation. When you spend countless hours developing your skills, pressure no longer feels like an enemy because you trust the work you have already completed. Confidence is built through repetition, not wishful thinking. It comes from knowing that you have invested enough time and effort to handle whatever challenge stands in front of you. Your mind will often try to convince you that the obstacle is bigger than your ability to overcome it. It will remind you of past failures, amplify your fears, and encourage you to settle for less than your potential. That is why mental discipline is so important. You cannot stop negative thoughts from appearing, but you can choose not to believe them. Replace doubt with preparation, fear with action, and hesitation with commitment. Every time you refuse to surrender to negative thinking, You strengthen your ability to remain focused when it matters most. Distractions, criticism, and unexpected setbacks will always exist. The people who achieve extraordinary results are not those who avoid challenges, but those who refuse to let challenges control their emotions. They stay committed to the process, trust their preparation, and keep their attention on what they can control. A focused mind remains steady under pressure, adapts to changing circumstances, ignores unnecessary noise, and continues making decisions based on discipline instead of emotion or fear. A legacy is not created in a single unforgettable moment. It is built through thousands of small decisions that most people never notice. Every habit you repeat, every promise you keep, and every challenge you face with determination becomes another brick in the foundation of the life you are creating. People often focus on dramatic achievements, but lasting greatness is usually the result of quiet consistency. It is choosing to show up every day, even when excitement fades and the results are not immediately visible. The person you become is shaped far more by your daily routines than by occasional moments of inspiration. Consistency creates trust, first within yourself and then with everyone around you. Each time you follow through on your commitments, you prove that your words carry weight. You stop relying on motivation and begin relying on discipline. This steady approach transforms difficult actions into natural habits. What once required enormous effort eventually becomes part of your identity because you have repeated it so many times that it no longer feels optional. Excellence is not something you switch on during important moments. It is something you practice every day until it becomes automatic. Many people underestimate the power of small improvements because they expect instant results. They become discouraged when progress appears slow, forgetting that meaningful growth often happens beneath the surface before it becomes visible. Every extra page you read, every skill you practice, and every lesson you learn adds to your future. These daily investments may seem insignificant on their own, but over time, they create remarkable transformation. Consistency multiplies effort, turning ordinary actions into extraordinary outcomes through patience and persistence. Your legacy is defined by what you repeatedly choose to do when nobody is watching. It is revealed in how you respond to setbacks, how you treat opportunities, and how committed you remain after success or failure. Every new day gives you another chance to reinforce the habits that shape your character. The standards you maintain, the discipline you practice, and the effort you refuse to compromise become the qualities people remember long after individual victories have been forgotten, forming a reputation built on reliability, resilience, purpose, and unwavering commitment.